Hey everyone, welcome to our Small Footprint. My name is Nyssa, and if you're new here, we are a family of 8 who live off-grid in Australia. We got our monthly hamper yesterday. It's Sunday today. I didn't get a chance to do this yesterday. So if you haven't seen one of these before, each month we have the opportunity to receive a hamper from the Aberdeen Pantry. So it is somewhat like a food bank, a food pantry, that kind of a thing. It's organised by Peter and Lois out here locally, and they organise for all the stuff to come out to us here locally. It goes to their place. They have a shed and fridges and freezers and all that sort of thing, and we can access it once a month. It's planned ahead of time. We have to pay in advance, and we pay $50 to get whatever we're given each month. It varies very much month to month depending on what the availability of the items that they can get is and all that sort of thing. And we sometimes get a preview photo in the Facebook group of around about what we're going to receive. Sometimes we don't. It's a bit of a luck of the draw. But the hampers are always worth well over the $50 that they cost us to purchase. The mix of items is some frozen stuff, some pantry stuff, and some fresh produce and things like that. And then there's opportunities as well to purchase other things through them. They have an actual pantry like store that you can go in and purchase items from it. A lot of dry goods, canned goods, some frozen stuff and things like that they have accessible for discounted rates for us to purchase. They open that every second Saturday, so even on fortnightly, even when the hampers aren't on, and that gives you the opportunity to shop there as well. They also get or attempt to get each hamper bins of fresh produce, and the fresh produce is accessible by everyone for a gold coin donation. So in Australia our gold coins are $2 and $1 coins, so if you provide a gold coin donation to them, then you can access the fruit and veggie barrels, and it just depends on what seasonally they're able to get, because obviously they're getting it at a discounted rate from someone who's not selling it or whatever. So each month we book it, sort of a week in advance, and we transfer the money. We let Lois know that we're going to collect one, and then we can collect it from about 11:30 in the morning on the Saturday that they're running it. Aberdeen Pantry actually opened up a Redbank Plains location a couple of months ago, so now if you happen to live in Brisbane, Redbank Plains, Ipswich area, you can access one there as well, and they have a Facebook page as well, so you can look that up and if you'd like and join there. Every time I do one of these videos, I get questions from some people all over Australia and that sort of saying, do you know of any in our area? I always try and look them up if I can find them, but there is quite a few in Brisbane area. I haven't found that they're quite as abundant anywhere else. We have a Loaves and Fishes in Toowoomba, as well as in Slacks Creek in Brisbane, and there is a Lighthouse Pantry as well in Brisbane, also the Aberdeen Pantry, and Aberdeen Pantry used to run via A4 Community Care, which is also in Brisbane. So there's a whole variety of them, and you don't require a pension card or a healthcare card or anything like that to access them. Anyone can access them, which is brilliant, because just because you're not receiving government benefits doesn't mean that you're not tight, not struggling a little bit. So I think that everyone can accessing them is wonderful. So this is July's hamper. I've recorded it all when we received it and unpacked it all, so I will show you that there, and then I'll come back. Alrighty, so we got in the frozen stuff, we have a couple of meals here. These say they're special fried rice. And there's also a couple of chicken and chickpea casserole and a chicken and spice chickpea casserole there. We got the burger patties. I have used these for a variety of different things. Defrosted them, we used them as pizza toppings last month, I think. I just broke them all up as pizza toppings. But there is some hamburger buns there too, so the kids might have hamburgers for dinner tonight with something. We'll see how we go. Roasted chicken pieces and gravy. So these are pre-cooked. They just need to be heated through. The gravy on these is quite nice when we've had them before. There is a pack of diced chicken breasts and a mince. I'm not sure, could be turkey mince. We got turkey mince a couple of times. It doesn't look the right colour for beef mince. Some of the creamy chicken carbonara frozen ones, a ricotta and spinach ravioli, agnolotti, whatever you want to call it, spinach and feta quiche as well. They're all frozen. That was the freezer goods today. We got 3 loaves of bread and the pack of hamburger buns. There's a few things that we got from the shop. The pearl barley was one of those. We got those, but the rest of the hamper was this lot. So we've got some tin stuff. There's some tin spaghetti, some tin baked beans, mixed vegetables, and some corn, a disinfectant spray. There's a smoky barbecue bowls marinade, which actually sounds quite nice. I'll have to have a go with that one. There's a couple of bags of gummy lollies for the kids there. Sweet potato, veg, chickpea sachet of soup, some dried apricots, a few packets of the Arnott's catering biscuits, some dried spaghetti, and some dried spirals as well. There's a couple more packs of the Vicks Vapor Drop lozenges, some pasta sauce, the bolognese pasta sauce, as well as the butter chicken, the seafood sauce, the mayo ketchup, and then a couple of cans of the lemon lime bitters and Pepsi, and the B complex dissolvable tablet things, as well as some antibacterial wipes, some toothpaste, box of Wheat Bix, and a couple of containers of chicken noodle soup. I think that was everything out of that. The mixed crate of veggies was this one, so everyone in the hamper got this mixed crate of various things with the cucumbers, some apples, a couple of capsicums, some avocados, and a bit of bananas. And then the fruit and veg that you get choice of if you give a gold coin donation. So there's a gold coin donation per vegetable or fruit. So we took our own containers because we've just been shopping, so Darryl just filled those. So we got a crate of apples, a crate of mandarins, one of tomatoes, and then he half and halved a crate with some corn and some avocados there, as well as some potatoes, some little potatoes there too. This must have been in the mixed veggie section, and I would say that it looks like kale, to be honest. Yep, I'd say that's kale, so we might have to make a zuppa toscana or something and have that in there. And then from the shop, we got 2 more bags of the chicken trim, so I'm gonna make those chicken loaves up with these, so we'll put them in the fridge to defrost, and then we'll use those. Darryl grabbed the vanilla Pepsi cans, and someone was mentioning on the channel about rusks, and I hadn't even mentioned it to Darryl, but he saw these and decided to grab them to give a go, not really knowing what they are, because as he said to me, the only thing we really know of rusks are the baby's teething things, but he bought them to give a go, so that's an interesting coincidence. Then some black tea bags for the boys like cups of tea, and he grabbed me the cheese shapes that I really like as well. So that was everything for July's Aberdeen Pantry Hamper. So that was this month's hamper. Now, because I'm shopping every 8 to 9 weeks now, which someone did in the comments say that the shopping every 8 to 9 weeks is sometimes a little bit hard to correlate with what it is. It ends up being about 6 times a year is how often we go and do that supply run. So because of that, the hamper is about once a month, so it's 12 times a year. So it generally falls twice within each supply run period. Now, sometimes when it falls is great in comparison to when we're leaving. Sometimes it happens the week we get back or the week just before we go. Sometimes it's a little odd, but I always grab one because it's always worthwhile doing. It's always worthwhile supporting the service, but also to get what we get, and I make it work, and I always have. So whatever I get is not going to go to waste. Now, the individual meals that I receive, the microwavable meals, I don't think I mentioned when I was showing it on the table, but the microwavable meals I actually put in the freezer and I take in an esky to Mum each time I do my supply run. They're not much use to us. They're a single serve. We don't have a microwave. It's inconvenient to eat something like that for us, but Mum lives on her own and has a microwave and an air fryer, so I take them to her, and that way she just stashes them in her freezer and then she uses them throughout the month as well. So the kids had the hamburger patties and the hamburger rolls and stuff for dinner last night, and we cooked up those chicken pieces as well and had those with some garlic bread from the freezer and all that sort of thing. I'm just about to get into the corn cobs. I'm going to cut them up and turn them into corn ribs with dinner tonight. And I've got those bags of chicken trim sitting in the bottom of the fridge defrosting, and as they start defrosting I'll pull the outside edges off them as they start defrosting, mince it all up, and I'll make that chicken loaf with it. There's plenty there. The purpose of buying it was for the chicken loaf. We bought that extra from the pantry. I might look at buying a couple more of those steamer containers. There was some that were quite a lot cheaper on Amazon compared to the ones that I'd bought previously, so I'll have a look. But I like the idea of being able to do more than one in a pot at a time, just because of the time it's going to take. But if not, I'll just do it one by one, and I'll do what I need to do with the chicken in the meantime. So anything else, I'll bring you along as normal. That'll be included in all the standard videos as to what I'm doing with everything else that I got. And yeah, so just a quick one from me today, and I will see you guys on the next video.